So welcome to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting for April 12th, 2023. We'll follow our standard approach of looking at the agenda that was in the repo, which as issue number 1369. Before we get started, are there any announcements that people would like to share?
There's a new version of Node 18 that should be out this week, 18.16.0. Hopefully today, but definitely this week.
Sounds good.
Yeah, actually, there's a version of 19 as well, 19.9, that was released 2 days ago.
And I guess, Raphael, it's worth mentioning next week is Node.js 20, right?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay. Any other announcements? I guess just the reminder of the OpenJS track at the Open Source Summit next month, along with the Collaborator Summit that's taking place there. I think the closing date for submissions on that one, so if there's any collaborators who want to submit sessions, I think they said the 16th. So the agenda is going to be closed pretty soon. So if you have any, suggest there, and we hope we see everybody there. Okay, let's move on to the issues tagged for the agenda. We have a pretty light agenda this week. The first one is improve web streams brand validations. So this is number 47218. I don't know if anybody here has been involved in the discussion. I see it was Yagas who added it to the agenda.
I think it was included to the agenda because Matthew was not agreeing with that pull request, but after the last suggestion, it seems okay and good to land as far as I know. But since it's flagged as a Semver major, I believe it should go to the Node.js 21, considering all the discussions they had. So maybe it's good to land it first on a non-LTS release.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't see anything that's saying like rush it in either, right? So. Okay, so basically looks like the conversation was resolved. I think it was around, it's removing some of the use of error codes in some places, but it seems more consistent with other platforms that implement the API anyway. Okay, unless there's nothing else there, let's move on to the strategic initiatives. Let me just go on over there. And I think, let me just take a look at the issue in the repo as well first. I think Rich may have made a comment there. The CPC meeting update. So just Rich's comment so that everybody sees it. There's plans for the CPC in a third board seat. See the OpenJS Foundation Cross Project Council number 1054. Okay. Okay. So sorry, now heading back to the strategic initiatives again. Okay, I'm just looking to see who we have. Chenzong, Chenzong, anything on Shadow Realm you'd like to share?
There is an ongoing discussion around the building a robust wiki callback of base objects while we're making the context weak. So I posted the link in the chat, and yeah, that if the discussion going well, we'll submit a patch to fix the memory leaks in Shadow Realm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just. Okay. On the next 10 front, we are working with Foundation on a survey, and I guess that should be maybe something worth mentioning. We do have a survey coming out. I believe it might even come out, within the next week. Just to ask, get some input on what's important to the ecosystem and the technical priorities that we've identified. So people can keep a look out for that, help promote it, and build in the survey. We hope to be able to have that data and be able to talk about it at the Collaborator Summit. Darshan, anything you'd like to discuss on these single executable applications?
Yeah, I do have some updates. So the initial PR that implements single executable support, it just landed on the v18.x branch. So it's getting released as a part of v18.16.0. And apart from that, something else also happened. So the PR that creates the layout for single executable so that we could have multiple resources that are kind of independent of each other, that has landed on main. So thanks to Joey for that. So yeah, that's mostly it.
I assume that lets people still use it the way they did before, but now adds other options. Is that kind of the?
It's not backwards compatible.
Okay. So basically that'll be a breaking change in terms of how you generate it, or like will you have to do something different when you generate your next iteration of the single executable, or?
Yeah, the generation part has changed quite a bit.
Okay. Okay. And that's all the people that we have updates from in terms of strategic initiatives. Just a reminder to everybody, times were changed based on the feedback from the TSC members. So if you had entries in your calendar or you need to change anything, that's just a heads up. Anything else that anybody wants to chat about before we close out for today? Okay, we'll give everybody back some time then, and we will talk to everybody later. Bye.